Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is August, and welcome back to Youth Pastor Reacts. I'm a youth pastor, and today I'm going to be reacting to Rush Circumstances. Now, this is going to be a 2-for-1, so we're going to start out with the lyric video, and then we're going to go ahead and watch the live video. So I'm very excited for this. Before we get into the video, I just wanted to say thank you so very much to everyone who's subscribed to this YouTube channel. We just recently passed 1,000 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. I really do appreciate it. So if you look back here, I decided to add a little bit more balloons to our collection. So yeah, thank you guys so much once again. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right on in.
A boy alone, so far from home, and this rooftops from my window. I felt the gloom of empty rooms on rainy afternoons. Sometimes in confusion, I felt so lost and disillusioned. Innocence gave me confidence to go up against reality. All the same, we take our chances, not left behind. Tricked by circumstances, lose our chance, lose the lamentations. No more that things change, no more they stay the same. Now I've gained some understanding of the only world that we see. Things that I once dreamed of have become reality. These walls that still surround me still contain the same old me. Just one more who's searching for the world that ought to be. All the same, we take our chances, not left behind. Tricked by circumstances, lose our chance, lose the lamentations. No more that things change, no more they stay the same.
Ooh. Ooh.
All the same, we take our chances, not left behind. Tricked by circumstances, lose our chance, lose the lamentations. No more that things change, no more they stay the same.
Interesting. That was good. That was good. I could definitely see why it's not maybe one of their most popular songs. But it was good. It was good. I think it had a good message in it. We're gonna go through these lyrics. But what I got from it, just from a first time listen without going through the lyrics first, it's a song about circumstances, right? It's a song about trying to maybe change your circumstances, but it says the more things change, the more they stay the same. So it's like even though you may be trying to change, you're not really going anywhere. You're not going in the direction that you think you are. That's an interesting message. So it starts out, a boy alone, so far from home. You know that reminds me of Journey, Never Stop Believing. I don't know why, it just does. Endless rooftops from my window. I felt the gloom of empty rooms on rainy afternoons. Ooh, the bars, the poetry, the rhyming. I love this. Sometimes in confusion, I felt so lost and disillusioned. Innocence gave me confidence to go up against reality. So I'm kind of wondering if he's describing himself as the boy where he feels alone. He feels like he's far away from home, that there's just empty rooms all around him. It's raining in the afternoon. Sometimes in confusion, he feels lost and disillusioned. Wow. Just not really sure what's going on in that situation. I think this is describing himself. Innocence. His innocence gave him confidence to go up against reality. That's interesting. It's almost like innocence, but maybe ignorance as well, thinking that you have maybe a grip on what's to come, but you really have no idea, right? And what happens in the future just throws you off. So it's interesting the setting that that they're portraying here. All the same. I love how he says all the same. Like he just goes into that the way he does it. I think it's beautiful. All the same, we take our chances, laughed at by time, tricked by circumstances. It's interesting. So we're all doing this. We're all in the same boat. We're taking our chances, but we're laughed at by time. Time is laughing at us. We just reacted to another Rush song that also talked about time and how time is slipping away. We never seem to have enough time. And so it's interesting that the time is laughing at us. Like, hey, you don't have enough. You're always constantly trying to get more and more. And not only that, but you're tricked by your circumstances. That's interesting. And then it goes into some sort of different language here. I think it's French. Okay, so I had to look this up. I think this is in French, and the translation that it gave me is the more that things change, the more they stay the same. So they're essentially saying it twice, but in different languages, which is kind of interesting. I think it also plays on the fact that, there's people that live in different cultures and different societies that speak different languages, but more or less we're all the same. I think that's what it's connecting here, is that more or less we're all the same. We're all in the same boat. We're taking our chances. We're all laughed at by time. We don't have enough. And the more that things change, the more they stay the same. You can change your surroundings, you can change where you live, you can change your environment, but ultimately you are the same person, even if you're in a different environment, if that makes sense, right? You're still the same person, you still struggle with the same things, you still go through similar things. So it's interesting. It's kind of like you have to change internally and not just externally. Maybe that's kind of what I'm getting from that. Now I've gained some understanding of the only world that we see. Things that I once dreamed of have become reality. Interesting. These walls that still surround me still contain the same old me. Yes, that's exactly what I was getting from this. Just one more who's searching for a world that ought to be. Yeah, so again, it's this idea that you can change your circumstances. You can change your environment, the things around you, but ultimately you are still the same person. No matter where you go, you're still the same person. It's interesting that he says, I've gained some understanding. Now I've come to terms. I've gotten sort of a sense on reality and what's actually going on. Because in the beginning, it talked about his innocence, right? Which I kind of related to being ignorant or really just not aware of what's going on. So now that he's come to this point in his life, he's got a better grip on reality and he understands that it's still him, no matter where he is or what environment he's in. Just one more who's searching for a world that ought to be, just hoping for a different world, hoping for, this utopia, right? That everything is good and everything is great and nobody's upset, nobody gets hurt, all this stuff, right? Everyone's just kind of hoping for that. Yeah, that's interesting. Let's see. All the same, we take our chances again, just repeating this chorus, which I really like. I actually really like this chorus. I think it's really good. Also, the instrumental was absolutely beautiful in this. They were kind of playing, you know, some I guess not, I wouldn't say hard rock, but they were playing, right? They were jamming out, but then they brought it down and then they focused and there was like a cymbal. I think there was like a synthesizer in there. There was a few other things. So I like that. Let the song breathe a little bit. That was cool. And yeah, just repeating the chorus here. So yeah, that was cool. That was cool. So now let's check it out live. This is from 13 years ago. This is produced by the official Rush YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and check it out. Also, before we get into this, I know that it was more than 13 years ago, but it was posted 13 years ago. All right, here we go.
A boy alone, so far from home, and this rooftop from my window. I felt the gloom of empty rooms on rainy afternoons. Sometimes in confusion, I felt so lost and disillusioned. Innocence gave me confidence to go up against reality. All the same, we take our chances, not up and right. Tricked by circumstances, lose our chance, lose the love and show no more that things change. No more they stay the same. Now I've gained some understanding of the only world that we see. Things that I once dreamed of have become reality. These walls that still surround me still contain the same old me. Just one more who's searching for the world that ought to be. All the same, we take our chances, not left behind. Tricked by circumstances, lose our chance, lose the love and show no more that things change. No more they stay the same.
Mm.
All the same, we take our chances, not left behind. Tricked by circumstances, lose our chance, lose the love and show no more that things change. No more they stay the same.
Man, that's cool. That's so cool. I love watching them perform live. And it's also cool to see them from such a long time ago, right? Like they're so much younger in this video, right, when this came out. So that's pretty cool. I'm also wondering if they were performing in front of an audience. This is like one of the only few times that we see
Some
that they're not in front of an audience. So I'm wondering if they are, or if the audience is small, or if they're just in a studio somewhere. I'm not exactly sure, but regardless, very cool. Love the song. Good message as well throughout, I think. So yeah, this is cool. This was like a trip down memory lane. You know, I love reacting to their older songs and their newer songs. They're all really good regardless. So anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you guys want me to react to anything else, please leave it down in the comment section below. Also, if you liked, please be sure to like. I really do appreciate that. But I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.